Ever since I was a kid, I had a dream. That dream was to never have to wipe my ass ever again. For a time, I humored the idea of having a butler do it. But then I heard people in other parts of the world had this glorious thing called a bidet.
They're years ahead of us!
I thought they were like a separate toilet bowl in the same bathroom.
Go on, take a spin on the bidet. Or did you think it was a water fountain? I did.
Something only those in the peak of luxury could afford, and it would require like owning a mansion or doing like a whole house remodel in order for someone like me to have it. But nowadays, these things just like sit under your toilet seat and they cost like $40. How did I not know this sooner? Now, maybe you're not like me, you poor son of a bitch, and you're confused why you would even want a bidet. Well, let me try and help it make some sense. Imagine, it's springtime and you're planning a lovely picnic with your friends and loved ones. While preparing the food in your favorite tank top, you somehow get peanut butter and jelly in your exposed armpits. Oh, but don't sweat it, you've got a couple of napkins. Go on, try and wipe it out from all of that in your pit. How clean do you think that pit really is? Are you ready to mingle in the field? You're not gonna feel all oily and sticky in that hot spring sun? Well, that's essentially what we've been doing every day since we started potty training. Now instead, imagine you take a garden hose, put your thumb over the nozzle, and blast that mess away. A quick pat dry and you're off to the races, or whatever it is you do at a picnic. I don't know. I don't go to picnics. Now before I knew I could just buy a bidet, I was doing what I assume most of you are doing right now, using those flushable wipes. I mean, I agree, these are like 1000% better than normal paper. Even in our hypothetical picnic scenario, a wet nap would have been like a way better option than just napkins. But in reality, these wipes are like really cumulatively expensive. Like just looking at some of these packs, if you bought like 3 or 4 of these, you could have already just bought a bidet instead. And they're like horrible for the environment and infrastructure. I think some people care about the infrastructure more than the environment, but later. It does not matter what they tell you, these things are 100% not as flushable as they market them. Cities and septic people are getting gigantic wads of these things out of the sewer system. Apparently, they nicknamed them Fatbergs. That's when poop wipes and cooking fat kind of just like congeal into a gigantic torso-sized clump. Lovely.
So this is a Fatberg. Look at the size of it.
There's worms in it.
It's got worms in it.
Disgusting!
With how bad the infrastructure is around here, do we really want this literal shit to hit the fan? Let's actually just get one of these bidets. I bought the same model I got before. This time it was $37. Your mileage may vary. These models go up and down in price. I don't know why Amazon does that, but I don't know. My advice is to get one that is cold water only and has 2 different spray modes. Butt mode and feminine wash. I'd never want to say that again. The first model I ever bought had hot water, but it made like the installation 10 times worse, and it was never really hot water. Like when you open up a faucet and you put on the hot water, it takes a minute. Unless someone was taking a shower in the same bathroom that you're using, but I don't recommend that for anyone. Now the extra spray patterns I do find to be useful. Essentially, it's just another sprayer that's angled to hit a different zone. Like even if you're a single guy, I still recommend this feature. Like I don't know what it says about me, but on my setup, I've always gotten a better accuracy out of feminine wash. I don't know. I've got a very girly butt. Ooh, unboxing. Yeah. I guess it's kind of interesting how they work. There's some special plumbing that goes on under the hood. Water gets fed in. When you tell it to spray, it pipes it over to the little nozzles, which drop them down, they do their business, and when it's done, they spring back behind these little shit shields. It's worth noting that you can control the power of the spray. I recommend starting small and working your way up. Good advice all around. Some also have a self-cleaning mode that lets them spray, but they don't drop down past the little shield, so they just give themselves a little shower. And like, that's all the features I've ever been exposed to in models that I've owned. Some of them have like ass dryers built into them where they just blow air to dry your butt off. I don't know how I feel about air going across the water and then up the bowl and out like into your face. Like, it just seems like a good way to get pink eye to me. And also that makes them like bonkers expensive. So I mean, hey, if you got that cash, you know, you can just use it or not. It's up to you. I like keeping it simple and keeping it cheap. The one I bought for this video is going into our guest bathroom. Would a guest like to spray their ass with someone else's bidet? Probably not. But now I have a much better place I can poop while my wife showers. So, yeah. Installing these cold-only models is like really friggin' easy. Every toilet is slightly different, but also mostly the same. The only tool I think you would need is like a wrench like this, maybe a screwdriver, and that's about it. I'm not gonna go full tutorial mode because you probably wouldn't be buying the model I have. Essentially, all you have to do is take the toilet seat off, put the bidet on, and put the toilet seat back on top, sandwiching it in place. Then when it comes to the water hookup, you turn the water off, you detach the toilet line. I'm just gonna drain the whole tub. Attach their special little splitter, reattach the toilet line, attach the bidet line, and that's it. You did it. It's installed. Go clean your ass. Well, shit, I guess that's it. There's not much more to say about bidets. Your shit game should already be massively improved after this. The only way it can get any better is if you use this stuff. But that'll be part 2. Part deuce. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Now, before I knew I could buy a bidet, I was doing what I assume most of you are doing right now, which is rewinding the teleprompter. Why am I talking so robotically? Lovely. I guess this is where the water goes? It's crazy. It's so thin. Oh, God. Once it's done spraying, it goes back behind its little shit shield. Patent pending. Okay, let's see how this looks. Fuck.